Okay, now, other things that you can do if you want to, you can take some wheat germ and you can put a 1/4 cup of wheat germ in if you'd like. It's all up to you. You can do it any way you want. So you can take a little wheat germ, throw a little wheat germ in it. You can put some sesame seeds in it. It's endless what you can put in your breads. Make all different kinds of breads. And here we have some sesame seeds. Throw some sesame seeds in it. Okay. Now there's other things you can put in. You can take your multi-grain mix. This is from Honeyville. And you can put some of this in it too, as you can see. This makes the best oatmeal that you've ever had in your life. I think Quaker Oats should be talking to Honeyville when it comes to this, because this is the best oatmeal that you'll ever have. But you can also put this in your breads. You can put sunflower seeds in if you like. You can also put ginger in it if you like. Now if you go to my January newsletter in the resource section, I talk about different ingredients that you can use for yeast boosters and different ingredients that you can use for bread conditioners too if you don't want to use the dough enhancer or the wheat gluten. So there's a lot of other ideas there for you to use. So I hope that you read the January's newsletter. Also in the resource section, which I'm really happy about, is that we talked to Honeyville and we made an agreement that if I put their ads on my site, that everybody who goes there will get 5% off their entire order right off the top. So, but you have to go to my resource section, you have to click on Honeyville, and you have to type in D2 store in the coupon section. So they'll say coupon, and you type in D2 store, and you'll automatically get 5% off your entire order. And the other thing that I recommend Honeyville for, the cheapest place I have ever found oxygen absorbers. You get 200 100 cc's right here of oxygen absorbers for $12.99. And that is the cheapest place I've ever found it. Now Honeyville has shipping and handling, $4.49 for your entire order. No matter how big your order is, no matter how much that order weighs, you're only going to pay $4.49. And in addition to that, you're going to get 5% off by typing in D2 store. Okay? Okay, it's been about 10 minutes now, and you can see that the yeast is all risen on the top and it's all poofy and foamy. You're going to stir that up really good. You're going to take a 1/2 cup of oil, any kind of oil you want, olive oil, whatever your preference is. I have canola oil here. And you're going to use 1/2 cup of canola oil. Oh, I have exactly 1/2 cup left. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to pour these in at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to start this up on one. You want it on number 1 if you have one of the brushes. On this if you have a Bosch, and you're going to leave it in there for 10 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes, and as you can see, the dough comes away from the bars. Really easy, and it's practically clean inside there. Now, a lot of times you're told to put flour down on your counter. It's not necessary with this recipe that I have. And please remember that this is my own recipe, so maybe you have one that's better, but this one works for us, and I really like the bread. And my family really likes it too, but I don't put flour down on the countertop. It's not necessary. As you can see, it's not sticking. It's nice and pliable. Now, because my machine did most of the kneading, I don't have to sit here and knead it for 10 minutes, but I like to knead it a little bit. Okay, next what I'm going to do is take a tablespoon of oil, canola oil I'm using here. You can use any kind of oil, again, whatever time you want. I dump it into the bottom of the bowl. Then I take my bread and I push it down like this, rub it all around the bowl so it's nice and oiled all around. And then I turn it upside down and push it down again. Just like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it up with saran wrap. And I'm going to take it and put it in the living room by the fireplace so it can rise. And in about 1.5 hours, this should be fine. See, the dough is doubled in size, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump it out on the counter. Now, I'm not going to flour the counter. I don't think it's necessary. All I do is I dump it out like this. I flatten it. I take my rolling pin. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it up real tight. I'm going to pull and roll all the way to the end. So I'm going to keep pulling and rolling. So I get this big log like this. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a knife. I'll take my pizza cutter instead. I'm going to cut it in half like that. Then I take 2 pans, bread pans, and I'm going to spray them with some Pam. I'm going to set them in like this. 1, 2, just press them down a little bit like that. Okay, now I'm going to cover them with saran wrap. Okay, now I'm going to take them and put them in my warm room again and let them rise. Okay, as you can see, the bread has risen and it's way over the top of the pan, and that's how you want it. You don't want it even with the pan, you want it way over the top of the pan like this. And then what I always do is I take a little Pam, and this is 100% canola oil Pam, and I spray the top of it. And then I'm going to pop it in the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes. Halfway through though, I'm going to put a piece of foil over the top. Just lay a piece of foil over the top so it doesn't get, the crust doesn't get too brown. Okay, it's been about 40 minutes and the bread is done. Comes out of there. I'll slice it and see what it looks like. Still pretty hot. It's absolutely perfect. It's nice and fluffy, there's no holes in the middle, it looks like regular sliced bread that you can make a sandwich with. And if you notice, I did not butter the top. The top just seems to be the perfect texture, so I don't think it's necessary to butter the top. On a lot of breads you have to, but with this bread, the crust turns out almost like a croissant. And it's nice and fluffy, and it makes great sandwiches, and everyone loves it.